Welcome back to Level Uploading Fight Feelings Face Facts with yours truly, Shay. Y'all. Okay, so I had went live yesterday. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. Maybe the day before yesterday. I went live. And I was letting you guys know about a situation that I had experienced with the peeping Tom. And I just want to say, for one, please don't take any of my laughter or my humor in that situation as a joke. This is not a laughing matter. As a black woman, I have literally been sexualized my whole entire life. I have not had a time over the age of 5 where I was not at some point sexualized, where I was not at some point taught to be careful of things because of adult or pubescent creeps. Creeps have been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. I take it back to third grader. I actually skipped a grade, so I was younger than I was supposed to be in third grade. I want to say 8. Don't quote me, but I want to say 8-year-old in third grade in the lunch line, hiding because the 7th and 8th graders that were in the line were harassing me daily because of the size, shape, and whatever of my butt. I have been sexualized my whole entire life. And I'm watching society tell these women and force, I'm not going to say force because it's not a force, coerce these women into thinking that's the type of attention that they want. And as someone who has had it for their whole entire life, I can assure you that that is not the attention that you want. If there's no reason why an 8-year-old should be terrified to go to lunch because of a 12, 13, and 14-year-old making fun, smacking, groping, creepily admiring the physique that was overdeveloped, or I won't even say overdeveloped, whatever God's plan. This is his development. This is the body that he gave me. So I won't even say overdeveloped, but I would say developed sooner than others. There is no reason why that should be okay. There is no reason why I should be walking down the street and being mooned and flashed. There's no reason why I should have, people that close proximity, to me, kids younger than me, sexualizing me. How do you discipline that? How does a 13-year-old discipline an 8-year-old who sees your fat butt and wants to grab it and pinch it and make a game of it? But if I lash out, you're older than them. My whole life, I have been looked at as an object for men's sexual pleasure. This latest incident of peeping Tom, I'm in my own house, not bothering nobody. Away from the quote-unquote threat. Away from the quote-unquote sexualization. Away from the quote-unquote, public eye. And I'm still somehow victimized by my own kind always. And I'm not trying to say that's the only kind that can do it, but every time that I've experienced this trauma, it's always my own kind. It's just sickening. I'm tired. I'm over it. And we're not going to normalize this. We have so many actual deviants out here. And this is not just for men. I'm talking about women too. I just saw a post on Facebook that made me want to vomit. This young lady posted her son, handsome adorable little boy. And we had girls sharing it, talking about, you think I'll go to jail? I mean, he about to get effed. Like, all type of crazy stuff. Like, humor is one thing, but there's a level to that humor that we need to really take a look at. This deviance does not just stop at men. That is my primary, my primary assailant. But that doesn't mean, like, I know for a fact that there are multiple. I've had experience where I had to little girls, and God only knows what they were going through. I was a young child, so I didn't even know to think about what they were going through to even, try to put that on me. But y'all, we gotta stop this. We have to stop this. Like, it is crazy out here. How are you sexualizing this little boy, this handsome little boy who's going to grow into be a teenager and an actual man? And then you think about, how many men do you know? You can tell me, you tell me. How many men do you know that almost brag? I don't know if it's a brag or like a weird moment. I don't know. But how many men do you know who are talking about how they were 12 and this 25-year-old woman on their block was inviting them over? Or how they were 14 and this 48-year-old woman was like, yeah, let me teach you some things. And they're bragging about it like they're the man when they are victims. They're victims. The sexualization of kids in general should be ended. Like, I'm disgusted to think about it. And I also think about the times where you almost trick yourself. You almost trick yourself into that mind state because it's just so normalized. You think it's okay. I can't think of a time that I can actually remember fully. Maybe when I was 4. And I'm not laughing. Like, y'all, please understand, when I laugh, sometimes it's not laughter. It's sarcasm. It's satire. It's not always laughter. It's not like a real humorous ha-ha moment. I just want to let that be known because I don't ever want to come off as I'm discounting or downplaying things that are traumatic to me when I really look back at them. My whole life, somebody has been mentioning, admiring, staring my sexuality before I knew what it was, before I knew what to do with it, before I even wanted to do anything with it. I didn't even have a chance to figure out my own body, my own life. And that's not to say, like I said, I'm not a victim. I know that there are people who have actually been victimized and fully, molested and taken advantage of and things of that nature. Whatever the line of crossing that was, I got very close to it. We got to stop this, y'all. And this is not just for Black people. This is for everybody. Let these kids be kids. Let these little girls be little girls. Stop the grown men from being creeps. Stop that. Instead of making the little girl feel self-conscious about herself. I don't even know how to double dutch to this day. I promise you. I've watched my cousins and friends and extended families have a ball. But I wasn't able to do that because of my body. Because I developed sooner than other people. Because I didn't want to have to hear the neighborhood boys or the men talking about my titties bouncing. I didn't get to be a child. Not fully. Because God decided to give me a physique that was endowed. And it has had its times where I guess I thought it was a good thing, but it has not given me anything, y'all. And people are going out here and buying it. It has not given me anything of value. I am not married. I don't have kids. I don't have a husband. I don't have anyone who loves me. I got some big titties and I got a fat butt. But what does that do? A lot of times people don't even take the time to actually get to know my personality and get to know my sense of humor because they're so encapsulated in their lust to conquer me. And I see these young girls out here on operating tables for this type of attention. It's not what it's cracked up to be. It's not. I just had to come on here real quick for that because this is something that has been on my heart anyway before all this peeping Tom stuff, but the peeping Tom stuff has brought it to the forefront of my mind. Y'all, please, all attention is not good attention. All love ain't good love. Everybody don't care about you. Some people just want to use you, conquer you. And y'all women with these sons, please be careful with how you're raising them, and also be careful around your friends, and because these old women are creeps too, and it doesn't get talked about enough. It does not get talked about enough. I'm going to leave it on that because I'm getting irritated and I don't want to start wilding out on this platform because that's not what this platform is for. But I feel strongly about something and I want to make sure that I'm speaking out on it. Y'all got to stop letting your loins control you. Have some self-control. I'm watching my friends on Facebook. They're uploading videos of them watching women walk around the grocery store because they have a fat butt. This woman is trying to get her groceries, and you're literally disgusting. This woman trying to get her groceries, and you're literally sitting there victimizing her, putting her on an online platform. Do you know how many times I've dealt with creepy situations? It's to the point, and it's crazy to say this, and I don't want to ever downplay my recent situation, but this is normalized for me. There is no way in the world why a peeping Tom, a man outside of my window with his penis out, playing with himself, should be normalized for me. But I have grown up in that world. I have grown up walking down the street, being mooned, being, people exposing themselves to me if I didn't want to talk to them. I'm a kid. 13, 14, 15. A kid. Grown man. I'm disgusted. Anyway, y'all, please be careful out here. Do better. Teach these young boys how to act and conduct themselves. Teach these young girls that it's not necessarily their fault. Also teach these young men that it's not always their fault either. It's creeps out here in this world. And just because you have experienced a creep does not give you carte blanche to go out here and victimize other people as well. Just because you have been in a situation that unfortunately, led you to being victimized does not mean that it's okay for you to go out and find new victims for yourself. As I stand here trying to be the pillar of strength for myself and to not allow recent circumstances to make me bitter and disgusted with mankind as a whole. I just know that it's my responsibility to be responsible, alert, and aware of my surroundings. And I hope you guys will do the same. I'll talk to you in the next episode. I'm going to sign off on that note because, as I said, I'm extremely irritated. So, yeah, bye.